Hey everyone, this is David. Welcome back behind the velvet rope, coming to you live on location from Sag Harbor, Hamptons, with our girl, Miss Sarah Fraser.
Hi, gorgeous. You look even better in the Hamptons. Even
Oh,
better.
I mean, I wish I was just this calm and relaxed with everyone I spoke to.
I know, me too. I get really nervous too with guests, like just because I want them to have a good experience. And like you and I talk about online, I don't even know why I get nervous because I have these people on, I have great interactions. We follow each other on Instagram. And then 6 months later, they unfollow me because I had their cast member on and they tell me they'll never do my show again. So there you go. The life of a podcaster.
Reality TV people. And then people want to know why I say I have a moratorium. Look at anybody I become friends with that's on reality TV. Going forward, great, let it happen. If I never became friends with another person on these TV shows, I don't give one fuck because they are it's all about them, right? Like they love you on your show. And then, I mean, it's like, listen, it's never about, there's a personality type they look for, Sarah, and they just, guys, don't meet your heroes. Don't meet your heroes.
Oh, I do. Yeah. I hear a lot of people subscribe to that. Don't meet your heroes. It's just weird. I think I'll start doing a disclaimer like, hi, I'd love for us to be, friends online, but just FYI, I'm going to be interviewing, other cast members, former cast members, things that happen. So anyway, but
I put it right out there. I'm like, don't get mad at me. And the person you hate, your enemy is not my enemy until they're my enemy. Period. That's why I said it. Your enemy is not my enemy until they're my enemy. And then I hate them.
I do have one question I think everybody is dying to know. I mean, you are summering in the Hamptons all summer. I mean, have you run into the Countess, Ina Garten? I mean, have you, are you going to P. Diddy or Puff Daddy? I don't even know what he calls himself now. Are you going to, Diddy's white party this summer? Like, tell us
everything.
Yeah, tell us how life is there.
I mean, I live the closest to like Candace Bushnell, who I had on this show from Sex and the City, the Countess. Here's the thing. Okay, first of all, I've been here for 8 days. I am literally in the heart of Sag Harbor, loving it. These people are not here. It really is pre-season, as we say in the Hamptons, darling, as the Countess would say. Nobody's here yet, which is okay. I went to this past weekend, I hung out with RHOGT, who you know.
Oh, I'm upset. I love her so much. And by the way, okay.
Rachel's the real deal. She's like a real friend. This is where I say like, it's organic. Like she's a real friend.
Do you think she would ever do a podcast series on her life? Because I am listening to, there's a Heidi Fleiss podcast that is out. Have you ever had Heidi Fleiss on your show?
No, and it's like does she have a new podcast now?
No, the podcast is about Heidi Fleiss, but I could see, like, I would love Rachel Uchtel because she has so many amazing stories. I mean, just the tragedy of losing her fiance, the love of her life in 9/11. I mean,
not to mention Tiger Woods, but she'll kill me for saying that.
Well, I don't want to get you in trouble because you guys are good friends, but I would love her full story. And I know Rachel Uchtel was on a documentary about Tiger. So I just wondered if she's ever thought about doing a podcast series on her.
I can answer that for her probably. A, she's been on Behind the Velvet Rope. Go listen to the back episode. And B, yeah, she approached me. She wanted me to be involved in something. Listen, I can't clone myself. Like there's no more hours in the day.
I know. But it's so much work.
She would. I mean, she would, and she probably will at some point. Like for real.
Should. I can't wait to listen. It kind of reminded me of this Heidi Fleiss podcast, but it's a pain to do it because when you're as high profile as Rachel, like you have to then reach out to these people for comment. You know what I mean? You can't do it. You don't have time.
People care about Rachel. Can I tell you what they don't care about? Well, at least I don't think they care about. This is going all over the blogs and everything. Jen Armstrong, Dr. Armstrong from RHOC is now divorcing the shirtless Rhine. And he's asking for spousal support.
Okay.
She's a doctor, but I don't want to be rude, but like, does anybody care? I guess this is why some people maybe, does anyone really care? I mean, really, I'm not trying to be mean.
I only care for this reason. Is it been confirmed or not? Is she coming back to RHOC next season? Do we have any idea?
No, we do not.
Okay. So I would say, this is interesting. The timing is very interesting, don't you think? Because this certainly gives us something to follow if she returns. Because I could see this getting a little messy, don't you think? I mean, they were kind of oddly matched on television anyway. Didn't you think? Like, I didn't think they had a lot of chemistry to begin with.
I think they had one of those marriages that you just kind of cringed and like,
Yeah.
no, you just don't want that marriage. Are you suggesting that this is for like a storyline? I mean, I'm not criticizing that statement. I'm just asking.
Well, you know what I find interesting? Basically, the blogs have been saying, and the tabloids basically say there's absolutely no specific catalyst for this filing. I'm not saying they're faking it. I'm sure they're actually separating, but I just think the timing is coincidental, right? Like, we kind of know
Yes.
RHOC. We know the casting of RHOC is definitely in question. Maybe the future of that show is in question. So that's all. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm with you. Dr. Jen seems like an awesome doctor. I would definitely go have my Botox done by her and anything else. But what do you think?
I mean, people
think
claim
the
that
audience
she had
cares?
issues with the Botox and all that, and she was using fake. There was all sorts of claims against her for that too. You should look up. I have nothing against the woman. I just listen. Heather Dubrow said on my show that she doesn't think she got like a fair first season, and it was all about Noella. And in reality, Jen, we've seen a housewife who doesn't have a great first season that's given a lifeline for a second season, and then like maybe Wendy Osefo, the professor who went home and learned how to, the assignment and then comes back. And
Yeah,
so
she did.
I think if you want it, you can go home and learn. And I really think a lot of people should be given a second season. Look at like a Joyce Gerard from like Beverly Hills, or there's people that if they were given a second season, I bet you we would have gotten something out of them. So I don't necessarily care at this point of Jen's divorce, but rumor was that she was coming back, which shocked the F out of me because I never would have. There's no love lost. There's no secret that RHOC didn't have the best season, and I just think they should really shake it up, and I don't know how that's all going to play out. So I'd be shocked if she came back, considering we need to shake up the cast, but stranger things have happened.
Well, they claim that, it's been really therapeutic for their relationship. It's been much better. She needed to make a decision. She's the one that, they kind of filed two irreconcilable differences. And they've been trying to sell, and maybe they've already sold it. They had a $6 million Newport Beach, California estate that they were trying to unload and find a fresh start. Now, of course, now they're separating. So I don't know if they ever sold that home or not, but I could see her one way or the other coming back, not.
I mean, good, for her. But moving on to other things that are maybe more interesting to people. We have a little mini spat between Bethenny Frankel and Erika Jayne.
I'm dying